Hello everybody and welcome to episode 4 of season 2 of MicroBuilds. Today we have come inside. Actually we're inside the interior workshop, and we're going to be doing a little micro build, a micro build if you like. This is something that it's too small to do outside, so here we go. This is a coffee machine that we're going to build. It's a variation on one that I did for the cafe that me and Boid did a few videos back. But this is the one we're going to build today. We're going to build a variation of the one that you can see now, and then I'll talk you through the difference between the two. But it's dead easy to get started. All you need to do is you need to pick up one of these urns, these sealed barrels, shrink it down on one of these benches so that it's about the size of that middle bit, plonk it down, and then all you need to do is you need to come over and get one of these vintage cooking pans. Turn the handles so that they're facing horizontally like that, and then just shrink it down so it looks like it sits like a little bowl that's attached to it, like a little catching tray. And then we'll use one of these vintage taps. We'll shrink it down so that the bulbs at the top disappear, and we've just got that line and that bit. And this is going to act as our coffee grinder that's going to sit next to our coffee machine. So nice and easy first step. Right, that's done. And then what we need to do is we need to come and get one of these troughs, and we just need to shrink it down so that it is just a little bit thicker than that middle line. So just as you see with the other one over there, we'll just raise it up a little bit, plonk it down, and then what we want to do is we want to come and grab some of these flat panels. First one we're going to shrink down and use as a base so that we can put the other flat panel on top. So this colour doesn't matter. All you have to do is shrink this down and make sure it's not poking out the edges. Doesn't really matter if it's not perfectly aligned either. But this second one, we're going to turn it black, we're going to spin it round, and we're just going to position it as close as we can in alignment with that tray. Maybe have it a little bit smaller than it is, about there. And then that's going to act as the base of our coffee machine, the drip tray. So what we want to do is we want to grab these worktops, turn them black, and then we want to turn to this camera angle. I always find it a lot easier to place these from behind as opposed to trying to do it in front. Shrink them right down. And then if you see on the stone trough there's like a centre line, if you put the first one so that it lines up with that centre line, and then put the other one next to it so it lines up with that centre line as well, then they're going to be perfectly aligned. And then to pop another two on top, just use the blue line on the edge as a guide, just so that it's just showing. And then if you put those on top like that, that's going to act as the back of your coffee machine. So once they're on, as you can see, you've got a nice solid back to the coffee machine, and it's all in line and it's all straight. So what we want to do is we want to grab some of these side panels and shrink them down again. And then what we're gonna do is, it can be a little bit hard to spin these round at the front and try and get them right, and sometimes you're not getting the right angle on it because of the fact you're trying to do it from the front. So if you spin around to the back of the coffee machine again, shrink them right down, get nice and close so you can see what you're doing. And obviously, like, your white dot's just gonna sit on that edge there. So it does mean that the back of these side panels are just going to stick out a little bit, but don't worry, we sort that out with the casing of the coffee machine in a minute. So what we want to do is we want to just pop down 3 as lined up as we can. I'm probably not going to spend as long as I would normally getting this right, because I'm doing this video for you guys, but you've got all the time in the world. So just take your time and get them as near on lined up as you can. And like I say, all 3 are going to hang over the edge at the back a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to take another side panel in a minute, and we're going to use that as the casing that surrounds the coffee machine. Because don't forget, we're building the innards at the moment and just the top. So we grab a flat panel, come to the back, and then we've got this here. We can just shrink this right down, and we can just get it exactly where we want it, maybe a bit bigger, and then that can sit on the back, hides all the work that we've done. And then with this coffee machine, we're going to keep these side panels and we're going to spin them round, and we're just going to line them up, small them down again, and line them up so that they sit as the edges as well. On the other coffee machine, what I've done is I've taken the panels that we used at the top and I've just put them down the side instead, and that'll give you a variation on this. It's like two different ways to do it, different styles of coffee machine, different makes, different models if you like. So that's what I was going for. So you can see the difference between them. Look, they still both work, but a bit of a different flavour depending on what base you're building. So then, yeah, we just grab these taps again and we pop 3 in, and they're gonna act as our handles that go on it. You know, when you grind all your coffee into your little catcher and then stick it in. So that's that. And then last thing to do on here is just to put some cups on top, as if you go into the machine ready to make yourself a brew. So this one will just plonk, I mean, in 2s like that. I think on the other one I've lined them up as 4s. But it's sort of like the kind of coffee machine that I've gone for that you'd seen like a coffee house, or if you went out to a cafe or something like that, as opposed to one for the home. So the last thing that I do, just to finish it off, is I get a little wall fan, shrink it down a little bit, keep it black, and we'll just attach that to the side like that. And then we can put a nice big teapot on top of it, and that can just act as like a little sort of like brewing urn that's constantly bubbling over. But yeah, you can see the difference between them. We'll just pop into camera mode so you can see what I'm on about. So the one that I built over here, I've taken those side panels and I've put them the panels that were on the top, sorry, and I've put them on the side as well, and that creates just a little bit of a different style for it, whereas that one's got that look to it and that aesthetic. So I thought it'd be nice to just have the two in comparison, and like I say, it's only really the sides you're changing, so there's nothing else in the build that's different. But yeah, I thought that'd be nice to come inside today and do that, and show you like a little micro build that you can do that can sit on top of your workbenches once you've built your kitchens and stuff and go with it. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll be back in episode 5. Please keep subscribing and check out the videos, and I will see you all later. Goodbye. Thank you. Hi guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to show us some support, please consider hitting the like and the subscribe button, and then you can keep up to date with what's going on the channel in the future. If you want, you can hit up the button and become a member as well. We also have links to our Discord and our Patreon and a merch stall down below in the description if you want to check that out. But thank you all very much for the support so far. You keep watching them, we'll keep making them. Goodbye.